guys, welcome back to my Minecraft world. You join me after 2 weeks of streaming every weekday, trying to get this town finished so we can move on to different stuff. Done a few additions on stream. It's been a bit weird building on stream and even like designing stuff on stream. First thing we did was this building, which I'm not too proud of actually. The last video was doing this street over here, and I think this is a snapshot of my builds at a, I don't know, a turning point where stuff started to get better after this. Namely, my entire Lotus base. So I wanted to do something in the style of these, but in my Lotus base color scheme in the block palette, to try and bring some of the Lotus stuff into this world. And I just think it doesn't suit this little style building. And also part of what sells these, I think, is having so many of them like in a row. And this one having to put stuff on the outside all the way around. I've made a development in my build style since doing this stuff on stream as well, which I think might help this. But yeah, we've got it put in here. I'm still going to keep it, I think. Do I have a bed upstairs? It might just be fake stuff upstairs. Yeah, let me just sleep. Yeah, here it is. An extra house up here. I might put another one over here maybe. We still need to kind of marry it into the town, this village over here, which I think I've talked about this on stream. I can't remember if I talked about it in a video, but I think I'm not going to just completely repurpose the village, which is what I planned to do originally. I think that'll just take too much time when I'm trying to just get this place finished. So I think I'm going to convert the roads over to match the town at the very least. And then I don't know, do I just swap out some of the blocks and try and do it in this style, this block palette? I'm not sure. I am thinking though, I might put in, if you've seen my Lotus base, I had these houses that I could copy and paste around to like flesh out the village. I might just put one of those here. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, there was this house that we added. That was my kind of like first stream back doing this. First stream back to streaming, that is. Then I think the next thing, was it this? Did I spend the whole rest of the week on this? I can't remember now. But this is kind of the only other factory that I'm going to build over here. I don't think another one would really fit. But we have this. This is a glassworks factory. And it's based on something that I used to see a lot when I was growing up. In the first place that I lived when I was a little boy. And I've come to realize after talking about it on stream that this is actually like a UK specific structure for making glass. It was this big like funnel cone shaped thing. And I don't have an interior in here really, but there would be a big furnace in the middle and then more furnaces around the outside. And it'd be all like making like artisanal glass stuff, I think. I did put in some stuff, so if you look in, there is something in here. There's the fake interior stuff that I normally do up top. And then down here is just like, oh, it's glass, so we need some sand. So I've got a pile of sand. Got something here to just like make it look like there's something in the window. Some sort of furnace thing. I think it was Merc Monster on stream suggested I put some crops in here, like an automatic crop thing. Because I only have the one guy under the ground over here doing wheat, which I need for mud bricks and stuff. So maybe I do, yeah, some crops. Because then at some point when we depart this town, when we're finished, I want to do a new set of villagers. Because some of mine, their trades are all broken from when I updated my game that one time. So I'm going to have to redo some of them anyway. And after doing it on Lotus, I didn't really realize quite how easy it would be to do the zombie curing stuff. Because the only time I'd done it before, or attempted it before, was on Bedrock. And more often than not, the zombies just killed the villagers, even though it was on like hard difficulty. So that was frustrating. But anyway, all that's to say that I would want a stockpile of crops to trade up some farmers and stuff. When that happens. So maybe I'll do that. Okay, next. Over here. This is what else we did. Before we get to this, the other thing we did was added these two houses over here, which I did mess up on. Before it was just this row and this row. And then we added these two, and I've messed up in that these are flush. They shouldn't be. They should be displaced a little bit. So yeah, that was a mistake. I have since planned for more houses here to fill up this space. And I've just done this today. This wasn't done on stream. I didn't want to subject people to watching me build the same house 5 times on stream, so I added these 3. This is just my road stuff. Yeah, it seemed a bit small, this kind of residential area. So I added some more houses. The plan is probably gonna, of course it's raining when I'm recording. The plan is to add maybe a post office here. And that's going to be the next thing that I build on stream, probably. Then we've got the lighthouse over here, and we've got this kind of paved area over here. This was not here yet before, and we've got the retaining wall. Ooh, hello. Need to fix that. I was always going to put a lighthouse here, but I did try and design one a long time ago, and I just couldn't get it right. And in the end of the Lotus season, I was talking about adding a lighthouse to my base and not wanting to do a red and white stripy building because it would just look a bit, it wouldn't look that great amidst all my red and white buildings. So I didn't prioritize it. And then Tiger Lily, who's been in a bunch of the streams, nearly every single one, if not every single one, she left a comment on the video saying, why don't you do a white one? I was like, oh, yeah, why don't I do a white one? But I just didn't find the time for it in the Lotus season. So I built it here instead. And I'm quite happy with this. The one that's inspired the build, it's quite pristine, and it's like painted and washed and stuff. It's like really just solid white. But in order to kind of fit into this place, like everything's kind of old and a bit like damaged and stuff. Really old. So yeah, this is quite weathered on purpose. And can actually go up. I haven't done... I'm really done... oh, hello. Oh yes, this is an in-joke. Only stream will get this. But yeah, I haven't really done an interior for this, but the option is available. And we can actually go up on the walkway, which might be my thumbnail for this episode. I haven't decided yet. But it's pretty cool. Decent view of the town. Decent view of the render distance. And that one place where I farm all my big trees. And the... what's it called? The turtle sanctuary. Such as it is. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm really happy with how this came out. There was a lot of kind of figuring out the shape of this thing. And took a long time for me to get it how I wanted it. Took a lot of off-stream work as well to get this one finished. But it's finished, and I'm happy with it. Then, that leads us on to the most recent build, which also took a lot longer than I expected. But I'm quite happy with how this came out as well. Still need to do the park. I might do this for next week's video, which I will talk about at the end of this one. But first off, the build. So this is another sort of riverside housing thing. Like we've got the really colourful one that was inspired by Venice over here. And this is similarly kind of a bit more upmarket compared to some of the other like apartment buildings and stuff that I've got. I think I can sleep now. That's better. Okay. So, yeah, another riverside housing building sort of thing. I have come through and terraformed this a little bit. I kind of stopped here because I don't quite know what I'm doing with this terrain yet. I know what I'm going to build here. But yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. This was quite ugly. I ended a stream and this was all just like flat stone all the way down. So I have been through and amended that somewhat. But then we've got this building. This is kind of one of those, like the hospital. An old building, maybe served a different purpose at some point. I don't know. But then as time's gone on, technology has changed. We needed a modern extension. So kind of in that vein, we've got this underground parking structure entrance here for all the residents to park. And then I don't know what this is. This is just shapes to add detail. Then we've got another little modern extension thing on the back here, which, let's go inside. Really like this courtyard, by the way. I think it's kind of cute. If we go in, this one is quite furnished inside. But if we go in, it's now a little coffee shop in the back. Not bad. And the air conditioning unit does match up to these pipes. Right. Then, yeah, let's go in through the side, actually. So, in fact, we'll check out this first, because this kind of leads into that area. Yeah, I wanted this to be just a facade, basically. I haven't built an underground parking structure, but I've done the glass trick to kind of try and add some depth to this thing. Especially if I look at it from like this angle. That right there is black concrete. And then the layers of black glass kind of add these layers of depth to it. To try and make this look kind of like, I don't know. To give it depth and block it off, basically. Now, unfortunately, these hard lines here, I think, kind of ruin the effect. But it works a bit better on this side, because a lot of that is obscured. Oh, that is weird. Like there's no adjoining face to these between these blocks, but when the block changes, you do get them. That is weird. That is weird. Okay. Yeah, anyway. That's the entrance to the, like, vehicle-wise into the parking area. And then on this side, this is where it joins to the rest of the building. So I've just tried to do more glass trick here, just to try and get the same effect. Then, yeah, the ground floor. We've got some apartments down here. I have not furnished them. Got this little corridor thing. Then on this side, another empty apartment. But over here, we've got like the post room. And like a little, I don't know, like concierge desk. Maybe there's like an on-site maintenance guy or something. I don't know. Maybe that's his thing. Then we've got like a communal area here. And then we've got more apartments here. Also empty. Empty. This is a kind of a copy of the other side. And then and then we've got this little corridor which overlooks the coffee place. I feel like this would be quite nice if you lived here, like the smell of fresh coffee every morning, just like wafting up through the building. That'd be kind of nice. Then on the next floor, we've got this around the back. I wanted to make this another apartment, but it was this big, so I don't know, maybe this is like a janitor's closet or something. Like, I also took no care to make it look pretty, because, I don't know, couldn't find a use for it, really. But then the apartments up here are slightly different shaped. Oh, I did want to do, if I did the interiors for here, I was going to, like, tactically place carpet to hide these. Decent views up here as well. Maybe not this one. Not until I've built what goes here. But yeah, there's that. And another one. And then the top floor. It's kind of another communal area, like a common room or something. Just to hang out in. And view of the park. Which hopefully will look nice at some point. What's out the back? This again. And then we've got the this dome thing that I put on here. This is the exact same dome as the village hall in my starter village. Let's go over and look at it. Here we go. So I wanted something to kind of give that building a bit more of a, I don't know, something a bit more interesting. So it wasn't just so many like square parts to it. I did think about doing a pointy tower thing in the middle, and it didn't quite fit, I don't think. Or at least the part from other builds that I was trying to borrow from didn't fit it properly. So I went with this. So here it is on the village hall in the starter village. And then here it is on the new building. Implemented slightly differently. We've also got these kind of like weird turret sort of things up here. But yeah, I really like how this all came together. This is also quite important in sort of tying it to the architecture of the humans and stuff. So I quite like how that's turned out. Then we've got the kind of evolution in my building, or at least like the new trick that I picked up that I think would have maybe helped with this one a bit. And that is this. The ways that I've got the window, like the windowsill and the whatever you call the, like the overhang, how I've got those implemented. So the image that I used for kind of inspiration for this building, I will flash it up on screen right now. They did this with the windows, so I was like, oh, let me try that. And this has saved so much kind of, I don't know, extraneous, just jutting out bits. And yeah, I think it's a way that I can't believe I hadn't considered before, where I've struggled so much trying to get detail into the builds, especially like over here. There's so much like I do this from time to time, but the orientation of those stairs on the top being that way up really makes quite a difference. And then it would have just prevented me doing all this sort of stuff, where it's kind of just, I don't know, ugly, especially here like this. Looks weird. Looks kind of like an open beak on the front of the building. Yeah, I've had that image that was kind of inspiration for this. I've had that open in my browser for like a year and a half and never quite got around to building it. So this was a nice one to tick off the list and finally get this built. Also, I got to subtly use copper. I really like what is this one? Is this exposed? Got to use that quite like subtly. It mixes in with the granite quite nice. So like you don't even necessarily realize it. But yeah, that's all we've managed to do so far in the town. So the other stuff that I still need to do, the park, which will be next week's video. I'll get back to that in a minute. I need to do a cosmetic pass like I did at the end of my Lotus base, where I'll go around, plant some extra trees, like this corner here is begging for a tree, and some like bushes and like tall grass and stuff. We need to do the dock over here. That's an important one. That's going to be its own video probably. That's a hell of a lot of work to do on stream when I'm distracted and we're chatting and stuff. The village, need to address that. Not sure what to do here, if anything. It might be some more houses. It might be another old warehouse or something. It might be part of the new dock stuff. We've got the post office. We've got the building that's going to go here, which is going to be something to do with this. I did spoil that after holding on to it for so long. I did spoil it one day on stream. I can't remember which day. It was in the first week. But I'm gonna remain tight-lipped on that one. Then, is there anything else this side of the town? Oh yeah, over here. I forgot to say this when I was by it, but this, I added this dirt path here to mark out that I want this. I'll open this bit of road up. We'll have the stuff being produced by this factory. We'll have it come down here and put like just a tiny little dock here just for them to load stock and ship it off wherever it needs to go. And then the only other stuff after that, I think, is this entrance area to the town. So here on this side, I'm gonna have another little dock. This is for bringing in stuff, maybe for fishing as well. But bringing in materials and stuff to take to the warehouse or take to all the industrial buildings. On this side, it's going to be like a little gas station, maybe a little like convenience store or something. I need to deal with the dudes under here. This is such a mess. I don't know what's going on. They've all picked up eggs and stuff, so they're not despawning. Yeah, that's what's going to go there. Don't know about here. I might just terraform this and cover it up. But on this side, in this middle bit here, this is going to be another sort of cheap housing apartment building. And then I was going to just do more apartment buildings on this side, more cheap housing and stuff. But Skylar suggested when I was doing something else, why don't you just like leave something unfinished and make it look like a construction yard? So that's what we're going to do on this side. That might be a stream thing, maybe. Also, Skylar's just linked me tons of stuff on Pinterest. All these different, like, little car designs and stuff in Minecraft. So, need to figure out where to put some of those things. I don't know if there was one in the stuff that he linked, but where am I going? Hospital. I kind of want to get a little ambulance and add it in here. Because that's what this little area is meant to be, is where the ambulances pull in. And you can bring people into the hospital. Anyway, that's all the stuff we've done so far, and the stuff we need to do still in order to finish this place. Yeah, we're getting there. It's almost like the end is in sight. I still don't think I'll get it all completely finished before Lotus Season 4 starts, but we're making a lot of progress. The big one is going to be the dock. Next week's video, I keep not talking about it. I'm going to do the park. And there's not a lot to do here. I might just tidy up the paths a little bit and dress them up with flower beds and bushes and things. I might force grow some oak trees, that sort of thing. But it's kind of a simple, kind of almost brain dead task that I can do while I answer questions. Because next episode will be a Q&A 500 subscribers special video. Thank you everyone for subscribing. Finally hit 500 subs, and it happened on stream actually. It was really cool. Thanks to Joel, he was my 500th subscriber. So I've got a community post, and there's a section in my Discord as well for asking questions. Any questions you want to throw my way for the Q&A video. I guess I'll take questions out of this video's comments as well if you want to leave them here. But yeah, this is what I'll do next week while doing the Q&A video. And there will be a little surprise as well. I actually have a different skin on right now, but I will have my brand new skin on in the next video. It'll be a new skin reveal. Yeah, I'm quite excited to show you that. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Bit of a weird, short little catch-up video, kind of. I think I still rambled on quite a bit. I haven't edited it yet, so we'll see. But yeah, if you wouldn't mind helping me out, maybe you could hit like on the video. And if you want to follow my journey and stay tuned for Lotus Season 4 and the Q&A video and stuff, maybe you could hit the subscribe button as well. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, also, streaming next week. I'm not sure what days it'll be, but hopefully I'll see you there. Okay, goodbye.